Good morning, friends. Today I'm going to be creating in my watercolor disc-bound journal. I'm not going to be prepping the page. I'm just going to use the watercolor paper straight up. These are some of the pieces I've done in here so far. Not a lot, but it's super fun because it's the disc-bound journal, so you can take the pages out and put them back in. So I'll be using that. I'll be using this Tim Holtz stencil to create some texture on my pages. And then I pulled some scraps out just to create background and some elements that I thought would make this be really cool. Again, it's going to be a vintage, very vintagey page. So those are just some of the elements I chose. I'm going to also be using my watercolors today. I'm not sure exactly what colors at this point, but I am definitely going to be using watercolor. And then I just picked a bunch of vintage papers to create some background interest. So let's get going. So again, I'm not going to be prepping the page. I'm just going to go straight in with my watercolor. I am going to do 2 pages. So, and I think I don't want the back of that one because it's, yeah, I'm not going to take a back of a page. I do want to do a double spread, but they're pretty small. So in fact, let me just take a quick measurement here and see how big these are. I can't remember. I haven't used it in a while. So it looks like it's a 6 by 6, so perfect size. So I'm going to just put these out here. I need to move my camera a little bit closer here. Bear with me there. Thanks. So I've got my Liquitex matte medium, which I will be using to adhere all of my papers. And what I'm doing different here is I am not going to get paper on all of the parts of these pages. I'm going to be a little bit more self-controlled, so at least that's the goal. So I'm just going to start putting my papers down. Okay, these are dry. I did add a couple of other elements. I didn't want to turn the camera back on because it was just more collaging, but I added this rose rice paper that I showed you in the beginning, a little bit of the script that was a part of that page, and then a couple of little postage pieces of paper. These are actually from SeanPetite.com collage pack. Everything else is from my stash. The vintage music pages and book pages are from my stash. So now we're going to go in with some stenciling on this design, and then I'm going to go in with the watercolor. So give me just a second to get this ready here. I need my palette knife. I like the square one, although I didn't get it very clean last time I used it. I'll be using my Crafter's Workshop light and fluffy modeling paste, which I need to order more. And this is a beautiful stencil. I don't think I've used it before. It's sort of new. So let's see how we want to do this. And this out of the way, wipe my desk, and then I'm going to drop this stencil in water and I'll be right back. Okay, so we're going to pause again. This is just saving time on the video rather than have the video running. I like to just pause when I'm doing some of the extra stuff. So I'll be right back. Okay, the pages are dry. I did want to show you some of the cool stuff that happened. I love this edge because I'm seeing that really dark old paper, and then I'm seeing some music underneath, as well as, where else did I see something cool? Maybe that was it. But I just love the surprises that come with this kind of collaging and layering. So layering with paper and then rice paper is really nice. So now I'm going to get my hands off here. I'm going to get my watercolors out, and I did have this bird and this branch that I think I'm going to use. I might darken up these colors of the roses a little bit so that they are more in line with those roses, and then I have a small butterfly hopefully I will use. But here are my watercolors. This is just a mixed palette of, they are all professional watercolors. I believe they're from probably a little bit of everything. It doesn't look like I have the name on them. Oh, that's not, is that core? It says core on the back. That might be from something else though. But anyway, it doesn't really matter. I just super love the really vibrant colors. So I thought it would be fun to use some watercolors today instead of some of the traditional things that I would try. So I've got some water here, and let's see, what do we want to start with? I'm not going to do a lot of colors, so I do want to start, I think, with a red and then I might go in with some burnt umber or something. So I'm going to get that nice and juicy because I want it to be really runny. Oh, you can't see that. Hang on. Sorry. Boop, boop, boop. Over. Let's let people see what's going on here. So I'm using my permanent crimson. It's a really nice pinky red. Again, a little bit more water. And then I'm just going to go start getting some watercolor on here. I think I want to spritz that really quick. Get that moving. And before I even dry it, I'm going to go in with some of the raw umber. This isn't turning out exactly like I planned, or actually it is called, yeah, raw umber. Let's see what happens. Nothing to lose, guys. Just to get some, needs to get wetter. Release that paint. I'm going to go in up here again and just let that drip down. Hopefully. It's not releasing very well. I might spritz this again just to get that raw umber to move. And just a little bit more of the crimson just to top this off. pop of color here and there. On the top again, just a really scratchy line. Side. The thing that's cool about watercolor is that it is transparent, and so you're going to get a whole different look with this technique than you would if you were using other mediums. Even, you know, gelatos and things like that that are water soluble, they're not as transparent as a lot of watercolors. So, all right. It's again, it's always darker than I planned, but it's okay. So I'm going to go over, just dab this a little bit just to lighten it up a bit. And then the same with this one, just going to dab a little bit just to release and pick up some of that color. I like that a lot better already. So we're going to pause and dry this and then come back and finish up the project. Okay, just want to show you a close-up again of this. I like it. Again, not exactly what I was going for overall, but it's fine. I think I will come in with just a little bit of gold acrylic paint and do some splatters maybe and come over this texture just a little bit to create a little bit more interest. But for now, we're going to adhere these other embellishments or elements. So I've got my matte medium, and I'm just going to put it directly on this. This is like a little circular bird nest that was just in my stash from some collection, I'm not sure. Doesn't really matter again. I'm going to kind of put it right there in the middle. I'm going to push it down with my paper towel because I do this technique a lot because it allows me to apply the pressure to get that to adhere without getting my fingers stuck to the page. So that's why I do that. And go ahead and adhere the bird. The last thing I want to do is do a little bit of edging around my elements, but I'm going to do that off camera, and you can see the final product in the still photos at the end or over on my blog. So I hope that you enjoyed the video. It was a little bit different, but it was fun to use the watercolors. I really love them. They're my favorite medium. If you haven't already liked and subscribed to my channel, I sure hope that you will. If you like the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Share it if you'd like with your friends and family on Facebook or anywhere else. It just allows me to be more visible on Facebook, which is just really about being able to share the art, to be able to inspire other people to begin to create, because I believe that we all have creativity within us. It just manifests in different ways for different people. But we have a lot to teach each other. So I hope that you'll give it a try, and I hope that it inspired you to try something different and something new. So thank you again for watching. Bye-bye.